What we're making today is a super simple casserole. This is chicken fajita casserole. What you're gonna need is some chicken. We're using rotisserie chicken, but if you wanted to cook your own chicken in the crock pot and shred it, you can do that. We're gonna need a little bit of olive oil, a little salt, garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, some black beans that we're gonna rinse and drain. We have a can of red enchilada sauce. We have some yellow corn tortillas that we're going to cut up. We have some peppers and onions, and I just remembered the black pepper. We're gonna use some black pepper as well. I'm making this for my daughter and she's gonna have it with rice. You can use any kind of rice you'd like. This is what she wanted, so that's what we're using. I'm gonna grab a pan and then I'll be back to show you what we do next. I have about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in my pan here. To that, we're gonna add our entire bag of peppers and onions. This is a 14.4 ounce bag. Our peppers and onions have been cooking for a few minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken. Just going to let that sit for a second. I am preheating the oven to 350 degrees. I have our casserole dish here that I sprayed with some avocado oil. If you wanted to use butter, you could do that, or any other non-stick spray of your choice, you can do that. I took 10 of our corn tortillas and just cut them into squares like this. So we're just gonna leave those sit here for the time being. I did open my can of black beans and drained and rinsed those. Just gonna give this a stir and then I'm gonna grab the spices. And we will also need cheese for this dish. I forgot to add the cheese in the beginning, but we will need some cheese as well. Now we're using the Mexican cheese, but you can use any kind of cheese that you'd like. I added some salt and pepper, that's to taste. Now we're gonna add some onion powder, say like a tablespoon. And about a tablespoon of garlic powder. And we're going to add a couple dashes of smoked paprika. And we're going to give that a good mix. Okay, now we can go ahead and add our beans. And now we're going to add our red sauce. And we're just gonna cook this until it's warm because we're gonna be baking this in the oven, so we don't wanna cook it all on the stove top here. So I'm gonna get this combined and then I'll be back to show you what we do next. I only cooked this until it started to come up to a simmer and I just went ahead and turned the heat off. I just put a thin layer on the bottom. I'm just gonna take my corn tortillas and I'm just going to place them on the bottom. It doesn't have to be perfect, so I'm gonna do that and then I'll be back to show you what we do next. I have a layer of the tortillas and now we're gonna take our cheese and sprinkle some cheese on top of that. That's what we're looking like. Now you're gonna spoon your chicken mixture over the cheese. Okay, I spooned my mixture on top and now we're gonna take the remainder of our corn tortillas and place them on the top. If you have any extra, you can just cover in any open spaces. So that's what I did there. Now we're gonna take the remainder of our cheese and put it on the top. Now it goes into the oven, 350 degrees, for about 20 or 30 minutes or until the cheese is nice and melted and bubbly. Okay, I just pulled it out of the oven. Now I had it in the oven for 25 minutes. Smells delicious. And then what I'm also going to do is, this is optional, I'm going to take some of my green onions. These are my green onions from out on my deck. I'm just going to top it with some of those. And then what you want to do is let this sit for about 15-20 minutes to let it set up. We'll be back to give it a taste. Okay, let's give this a taste.
Looks delish.
She has hers over rice. I'm just having plain. That's tasty.
Yummy.
That's good.
I love the flavor that corn tortillas give.
Same.
It's not just like a boring plain flour one, you know?
I agree. I like the taste too.
It's really good.
That's good. Delicious.
Yep. Definitely should have got some sour cream. I don't know why I didn't think of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do sour cream, or instead of green onions, you could do cilantro.
If we weren't having that parasite epidemic, I would have gotten cilantro.
Yeah. But we hope that y'all enjoy this video. And if you make it, please let us know how you like it. We hope you have a great day and a great rest of your week. And we will see you on the next one. Bye, everyone.
Bye.